Blast Wave. Skill used by mines deal 30% increased area damage if you detonate a mine recently. Skill used by mines have 10% increased AoE. Skill by mines have 10% increased AoE if you detonate a mine recently. Okay. Okay, so we got some AoE to mines. That's nice. Destructive Opera. Also, it's in a good. It's a really good location as well. That's a really easy node to take. Actually, never mind. That's all the way to Ranger. I'll take that back. It might not be a good good node to get. But I mean, it's the same from the face factor. So if you go for if you're going for acrobatics, you can take this as well on a miner. Yeah, it's fine for non-CI / low life miners. That's obvious, but yeah, for life base, we'll go for aggro. That's fine. Destructive apparatus. Mine damage, mine direct. Oh wait, actually, we don't. I don't think we have blast waves or anything like that. We have blast cascade, yeah. So that's just like a completely like new node. Destructive apparatus. Increase mine damage, some duration, mine throwing speed. So it is throwing now, not placing anymore. Pepe. Each mine. Honestly, they should go for the full mean and increased mine throw placement speed. I think that's it. It's not throwing, it's not placing, it's throw placing or throw placement. You know, just make it into a a word. Just make that word. Throw placement, yeah. Each mine applies reduced damage to dealt to enemies near it up to 10%. Yeah, that's good. Each mine applies 2% reduced damage dealt to enemies. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now with this, the rework for the mines to be like in a chain instead of just like everything at the same time makes more sense. Like now it makes a bit more sense because you can still you're dealing damage with mines while having that. Isn't that minus 10% damage? That is minus 10% damage if they do not have any other sort of reduced damage dealt. That's just each mine applies reduced damage dealt to enemies. No, it's definitely not mine or damage. The wording is a bit off, I think, but this means that the mobs will deal less damage, like deal reduced damage. Let's be clear, it's reduced and not less. The enemies of enemies, yeah. But if it is correct, then you deal. No. It applies reduced damage dealt to enemies. They really need to fucking rework that wording so it's more clear. They really need to. They really need to reword that, I think. Yeah, I know it's debuff, but they really need to reword that. Cursed Concoction. It doesn't specify duration. I mean, if the mine doesn't exist anymore, it cannot apply it, right? It's near the mine. So if the mine is gone, it doesn't apply it. That's why the mine's chaining. That's near it is near the mine, not near the enemy. See, this is why they need to reword this. They really need to reword this. Okay, Cursed Conjugation. Max mana. Increased effect of your curses if you spend 200 total mana recently. Remove a curse when you use a mana plat. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, softcore players didn't use curse removal anyway, so that's just, I mean, it has curse effect, so all the headhunter buff boys are gonna go and yoink it. I wonder what the minor nodes are. Laviang a buff only? No, that's buff for normal Mana Flask too. I wonder what other stuff you're getting from Mana Flask. If they're doing this, they're doing something else too. Enemies nearby your mine still reduce damage per mine. That would be a good wording. Yeah, there needs to be something else because the skill tree has so much good shit. I mean, I can see people taking this for the increased curse effect. Like, fuck the mana stuff. You just use the increased curse effect. Nearby, yeah. What is this supposed to tell us? Other than it shows the new branch in the assassin. That we saw already. Does everything here look the same? There's a new cluster there. Or potentially moved cluster. The int nodes are gone. Yeah, you're right. Yep. I mean, this could be the int cluster, but oh, that's completely new. Look. Yo, where's our flask nodes? Or is that the flask nodes, but they're just reword? Oh, the int is there. Those are mana icons. Those three. Wait a moment. The minion cluster has moved one to the left as well. Instead of from being here, it's now here, and there's some new cluster there. Right? That's no, wait, that's the okay. That's the chaos thing, and that's probably poison, right? Like crit poison, I would assume. Hmm. Those are golem nodes. I mean, yeah, they could be. Yeah, sure. This could be some older, better off build colleague. Yeah. None of this necessarily stays. Of course, we're just looking at them. Dude, it would be so interesting if Intuitive Leap would actually work. I'm 100% sure it won't be, but yeah. Next to the brand nodes on the right side. Oh, that's something new, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't there before. Okay. I mean, probably some of those are shown here when we go down. Hardened scars, increased life recovery from flasks. You have fortified during effect of any life flask. You have fortified during effect of any life flask. Huh. Interesting. That buffs non-instant life flasks. What ways do we have using permanent life flask? A low burning life flask with blood magic. This means that every bow build can have fortify, by the way, without being a champion or using any kind of weapon swap shenanigans. Very slow life flask with blood rage, potentially. Blood of the Karui. No, if your full life goes here we blood of the Karui. I don't remember exactly, but it doesn't do anything if you get into full life, right? Like if it applies, like it's just a short duration. Does hybrid flask count as life flasks? I'm not sure. I don't think they do. But what you can do is right. So there's ways to divine is hallowed is 8 seconds. And there's also giant. So hallowed with 8 seconds. Also temp chains slows the duration of life flask, by the way. And if you look at the flask mods, where are you? Reduced recovery rate, so it's just saturated. So you're making 0 leech build with blood rage. Yeah, the big issue with this is that you can never be at full life. That's the issue. If you want to have a permanent fortify, you have to have your life cannot be at full. So I mean, I can kind of see I can see somebody using this for, well, if they're like I was about to say hybrid like ES5, but I don't see bow builds really doing that. I mean, if nothing else, that's just a really nice way of tanking shit, right? You get hit, you use your flask, and then you keep tanking with the fortify. But that's a pretty inconsistent. Oh shit. That's a nice screenshot, guys. Okay, so that's near EB. Minions have movement speed, minions have damage, attack and cast speed, minions have chance to gain onslaught on kill. Ooh. Crusader, that is secret node. Increased mana, increased reduction to maximum mana also apply to damage at 30% their value. Mana Guardian buffs, boys. You can do damage with a Mana Guardian. Think about it. That's great. Okay, so that was a column node. You know, I'm just gonna open this in its app. Golem Commander. Increased damage while you have summoned golem. Increased effect of buff granted by your golems. Golems have increased life and maximum golems. Okay. Tribal Fury, that's a secret node. Increased melee damage. Strike kills target one additional nearby enemy. You like put things in your mouth? It's a bad habit. Yo, I never grew past that phase when I was a baby, you know? You know, babies do that. I just grew past it. I'm sorry. I'm not really like eating or tasting it. It's just there. Tribal Fury honestly doesn't. I mean, for melee splats overlapping maybe, but Transcendence, physical damage taken from attack hits. 1 minus physical damage taken from hits per level. That's a lot of flat damage reduction from attack hits. And the other one is just all physical hits. Honestly, that at a high level is a lot of damage reduction against small hits. Just like imagine having like 95 flat reduction to hits. That's pretty strong. In a real league, this all looks pretty real to me, honestly. I'm expecting some of the things to change a bit still, but aspect of stone. Chance to avoid physical damage from hits. 20% chance to avoid. Inconsistency. Feels good, man. I mean, on average, that's pretty goddamn good, but yeah. Mystic talents. Wait, mystic talents. Wait, it looks like the secret node. How did the leak happen? I think it got through Jason. Increase spell damage, flat ES, increase mana region, and int. I don't think Mystic is. Yeah. I mean, it has int. I mean, that's not a bad for a node, but I'm probably on the way here. You can see this well enough. Okay, it's fine. Increase 20% to damage over multiplier for ignite from critical hits. Increase crit chance for spells. Crit multi against burning enemies. Why is that for spells? Because that's weird. Because this works for attacks. That works for attacks. But that doesn't. Oh wait, no, oh, that's not a secret node. Never, that's fine. It's not been a secret node, it's whatever. Where is that on the skill tree? It looks that's a really hard place to say where it is. Oh wait, it's that, right? Yeah, yeah, because you can see that go there. Yeah, yeah. Holy fire damage over time multiplier, increased fire damage, chance to ignite. So they are adding the fire damage over time multiplier in the game, which is really big for ignite. Ignite builds might actually be really good now with the fire damage over time multiplier. They add that to Breath of Flames. Yep. Ignite builds suck ass. I mean, they might not suck ass anymore with these modifiers. Way of the Warrior. Increased armor, some flat life, melee damage and strength. I mean, that's a pretty good for a secret node, honestly. Arcane Capacitor, new mana node. Increased mana, increased effect of Arcane Church on you. Per 200 mana spent, up to 50%. That's... Fuck. Wait, what happens if you have a stronger Arcane Church? Does this refresh it with a normal Arcane Church? Because I was like, this on a high level Arcane Church is really good. But if this overrides it, which I doubt, I'm pretty sure the stronger stays. And then when it go, yeah, I would assume the stronger stays. But I mean, that's pretty interesting because for 3 nodes, that's near Templar. That's Templar, yeah, that's Templar power charge. For 3 nodes, you get Arcane Church on kill, which this is really nice for. I mean, for EB builds, for 3 nodes, you could for 3 nodes for EB builds, you could get Arcane Church. I think for 3 nodes, 3 nodes for 10% more damage is pretty good, or whatever the values on Arcane Church are again. I don't remember. Hey, Divine Judgment. Okay, so it got also the fire damage over time multiplier. Yep. Dirt techniques. 10% to damage over time multiplier. So that's just global damage over time multiplier? Interesting. Does the fire dot multiplier affect righteous fire? Yes, it is fire damage over time. Yes, it does. Unless they're changing it mechanically, but I highly doubt. That's interesting that we have a global damage over time multiplier. Bloodletting is getting damage over time multiplier for bleeding. So basically they're just adding damage over, they're just adding a more multiplier for all degen builds. That's what's happening. Same happens for Dire Torment. That's for crit strikes. Then we get for bleeding. We get it for arsonist. Efficient explode. Efficient explosives. 25% mind damage, mind duration, reduced mana restoration of skills throw mines. Okay. This multiplier is additive. I mean, it's additive with itself because it's the same multiplier. But it's a single multiplier. Just like different skill gems. Hey guys, we can't make degens good after double dipping got nerfed. Okay, add multipliers to them, yeah. The global one as well. Yes, yes. This is gonna stack additively with the other multipliers. Yeah. I am about 99.9% sure about that. Lethality, increased damage with bows, crit chance with bows, crit multi with bows, increased damage over time with bow. Gonna be interesting to see if people are actually gonna go crit degen builds. What then assassin? Razor's Edge, some damage over time multiplier for bleeding. White shown. Wait, increased damage. Wait. No, wait, no. Wait, it is with bow skills and not with crits. You're right. Wait, that's the same, right? I actually read this increased damage over time with crit bow skill, like critical bow hits. Wait, what is the name of that? Lethality. 1650 30 16. It's actually unchanged, yeah. Okay, so we saw all of this. Tranquility, increased maximum energy shield, increased reduction to maximum energy shield also applied to spell damage at 50% of their value. That's a lot of spell damage.